Hi everyone, this is Kara from Baby Tula, and I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if people start signing in. But today I am going to talk about wrap conversions, which is something very near and dear to my heart. I love wrap conversions, so I'm excited to talk about them with you all. Um, I had a list of questions. You guys posted some questions, and I'm excited to touch on some of those. So one second, I'm going to pull it up on my phone too so I can see. Let's see. All right, we're going to wait for a couple more people to come in. So hopefully everybody is taking a break from maybe holiday cooking or cleaning if you're going to be hosting tomorrow or doing anything over the weekend. Big plans. I know we're going to go get our Christmas tree over the weekend, so we're excited for that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started touching on some of the questions. So first, I'm the community outreach manager at Baby Tula, and that means that I get to work with a lot of the Tula Love groups and go to events and work with different organizations, donating, that kind of thing, and I love that portion of my job. I also am lucky enough to be the one to purchase fabric for our wrap conversion carriers. So that means the machine woven wrap conversions that many of you may be familiar with. If you're not, we actually have been posting a lot about what is a wrap conversion, what are the differences between wrap conversions on our blog. After this is over, I'll link some in the comments so you can easily access those if you are unfamiliar with wrap conversions. But so not only do I deal with some larger companies and purchasing the woven fabric from them, but also I deal with small work-at-home mom or work-at-home family companies that, hand weaving the wraps is their main source of income. And it's, I really love and enjoy that portion of my job because not only do I get to geek out over, amazing textiles and, really pretty wraps, I get to work with these amazing weavers and see, the kind of behind the scenes, which is really exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and check out some of the comments, the questions, and touch on some of those. Sorry, pulling them up on my phone because it's just easier to have two devices going. And, if anyone wants to talk about food, I mentioned that, but I'm down to do that. So Marissa asked about if any of the recent Torba releases will be coming in wrap conversion form, and I'm excited to say that yes, you will see some of those, Marissa, the unicorns. So, keep an eye out; they'll be coming. So there was a lot of questions about the process of, what am I making for Turkey Day? I mean, that's really, that's really what's important here. So let's stop and answer Priscilla's question. I am making a sweet potato gratin. My family requested it's more like smoky than sweet. And the baby bump, geez. It's more like a food bump at this point. But yeah, so I'm only tasked with making one thing, which is awesome. My mom and my sister are both chefs, so they make everything. And I'm pretty much off the hook, except eating. I'm really good at that. So Jen is asking about my baby bump. I am 24 weeks pregnant today, actually. Not that I'm counting down the weeks. So pretty excited about that. I need to up my free to grow stash a little bit, but we'll work on that. Okay, so there were a lot of questions about the process of wrap conversions. How long it takes, how do we decide where to source the materials, that type of thing. So the process actually can take quite a while. Just it depends on if the woven wraps I'm purchasing are already created, or if someone is reaching out to me with a project they're getting ready to start. So there are many weavers that we work with and we have worked with for years, and they will a lot of times reach out to me if they're getting ready to start a new project and to see if I would like to order some. And most of the time I do, because most of the work that comes by me is amazingly gorgeous, and I think that most Tula fans would appreciate it on a wrap conversion. So we place the order. If the fabric is already ready to go, it is shipped to Poland, which can take a long time. Customs in Poland is no joke, and so that can be frustrating at times probably for the weavers and for me, because I want it to get into production, but what can you do? You can't change the mail system. So hi everybody. There's some highs. Okay, so once it arrives at our facility in Poland, our production manager over there, she checks everything in, gets it into our system, and then depending on the fabric, if we're going to be making full conversions from it, it can go into line. We have a line of different wraps we're working on at the moment. So it goes, once they get started, they will cut the fabric. We have cutters, we have seamstresses, we have a very busy, large facility over there, and they're amazing. I love working with our team in Poland. So they will, we have cutters, they cut the fabric to what it needs to be, they pass it on to the seamstresses, and then one seamstress makes a wrap conversion. So that one seamstress can spend 3 to 4 hours just making that one conversion. And I saw Rachel, I think Chapman had asked how many wrap conversions can they make a day. Since it does take 3 to 4 hours to make one, maybe 2 a day, if there's no issues and if they're really going to town. So so once the carrier is produced, then it heads out for quality control, and once it passes inspection there, it is sent out to get photographed, and then after that it is shipped to San Diego. So there's quite a lot of steps there, and each one could take a little while. So sometimes after we purchase fabric, or maybe one of your favorite weavers posts, "This is going to Tula," and you're wondering, when am I going to see that? Sometimes it could take a while, just depending on what else is in queue and what else we have going on at the moment. So okay, let's see. Feel free to tell me what you guys are making tomorrow. If anyone is cooking or hosting, I'm always excited to read about food. Let's see. Nita asks, are there plans for more availability of full wrap conversions? And yes, absolutely. And actually, we've really increased the amount of fulls that we've been producing, because the good thing about me being in the community is I see what you guys want, and people want fulls, and I get that. Unfortunately, because of testing, it's not always possible to do fulls and everything. So that's one thing I forgot to mention in the process, is that if the carrier is going to be a half conversion, there's an extra step there of choosing the correct canvas color. If it's going to be coast, choosing corresponding colors that go with it. But anyway, so we've really tried to increase the brands that we use for full wrap conversions, because I know everyone wants those. It's just not always possible, but we are doing the best we can and getting as many out there as possible. Let's see, what kind of testing is involved to certify a lot? And really, that's information they don't always share with me. No, but it's expensive, and it takes a long time, and that kind of thing. And so testing can be tricky. I wish that we could do fulls of everything, but it's just honestly not possible because of regulations. Let's see. Oh, Emma asks, I like this question, Emma. She wants to know if Tula plans on making any wrap conversions with some more UK weavers. We have some amazing talent over here for you guys to discover. So one thing is, we are always open to suggestions. I love seeing the threads in Tula Love where someone says, like, what do you want to see in a wrap conversion? What brand would you like to see? And I love that. I'm like creeping on that thread, because like I'm always excited to see what new brands people are mentioning, or what's out there that I haven't discovered yet, and that what might be people might be wanting to see what might be popular that I maybe hasn't crossed my radar yet, especially internationally. But Emma, on that note, we have worked with Fire Spiral, and their wraps are gorgeous. I love them. And we have another UK weaver coming soon that I know maybe a lot of you have heard of, especially in the UK. Their initials are WW. I'm not going to say anymore, but I'm really excited, and I know Priscilla's really excited about that one. So that's coming very soon, and yeah, so that will be exciting for everybody. Marisol asks, how are the designs picked? When I order the wraps, do they come in a large roll? What do you do with the leftovers? The leftovers are sent to me, and I roll around in them. Just kidding. They're not sent to me. The leftovers, we try not to have a lot of scrap leftover, which is why sometimes you'll see coasts out of something, or we try to utilize as much as we can. But we do have some fun projects coming up that we're going to be utilizing the wrap for. So right now we just hold on to it. Big boxes, and it's like Scrooge McDuck, like swimming in that pool of money, except in wraps. Wrap scraps, I should say. How are the designs picked? Sometimes I reach out to companies if I see something that catches my eye. Sometimes companies reach out to me. So there's really not one set way that things are done. There's not a set protocol. It's just kind of, if someone reaches out to me and it's something I like, or vice versa, then, then we make a connection. So, and is it shipped in rolls? I mean, it really just depends. Most of the time not, because we don't normally order that much. And especially from some of the specialty hand weavers, it's only shipped in like a piece small enough for one carrier. They like to, well, we know that our fans like variety. So a lot of times the weavers will only do like one piece in one weft color in a specific weave, so that each of those tulas are pretty unique. Even though there might be 5 tulas from one wrap, they're all a little bit different, which is really fun. Let's see. I see a couple people guessing the wrap brand over there. Okay, let's see. Another question about how we choose what wrap brands to work with from Hannah. And, like I said, I reach out, they reach out. I know if there's, any wrap companies watching that, are interested, feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to chat. Lead time, wrap purchase to stocking. Rachel, I kind of touched on that. Average yeah. Okay, this is a good question. B asks, why can't Tula make matching wrap conversion suck pads and reach straps when there's a market for it? That's a good question, and that's something, I think that a long time ago, years ago, we toyed with that idea, maybe not necessarily in wrap conversion form, but for the canvas carriers. But, there's been such a crop up of work-at-home moms doing this, small businesses creating custom accessories, and Tula loves to support those type of businesses. So if Tula not doing that, provides some income for a lot of families, like, doing this on the side. And there's been many from years and years ago. Yeah, Marisol mentions Red Charlotte, Mamie-Co. Like, there's been some that have been around for a long time. Yeah, that's just something that we're not really interested in taking on and taking away from the stay-at-home mom community or the work-at-home parent community. And, they probably they have a lot more flexibility. Different shops can do different things. And I know some of the hoods and the reach straps are so intricate and extravagant now that, I'm not sure that if we did it, it would be anything near as exciting as that. And so people would probably still go and search out specialized accessory makers. Now, we did about a year and a half ago, add in a wrap conversion hood with all carriers. It used to only come with fulls. Now we do it with everything. So that was one way I know sometimes it was hard to source scrap for things. So this was one way that we could help with that. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, of course, let's see if there's any questions here. What is my favorite Tula of all time? Oh gosh. I mean, I guess it has to be a wrap conversion one, right? Because we're talking wrap conversions. Oh gosh, I don't know. That really is a hard one. I might have to say, I mean, it's more recent, it's newer, but the Miu, Avery, and Oliver are obviously near and dear to my heart because they're named after my kids. So, those might be, if I had to pick a favorite, that would probably be it as far as a wrap conversion. Let me see one second here. Sorry, I need to pull this back up. I tried to print out questions. Of course, my printer wasn't working. So I work remotely. If you can't tell, I'm not in San Diego. I work remotely from my home in West Virginia. So, work at home moms, you feel me. Sometimes things don't go the way you plan. Um, let's see. Meg asks, what's my very favorite old school wrap conversion that you never see anymore? In parentheses, like won't be restocked, remade. I can't say never as far as restocked, remade, because, someone might have said that about vice versa or Double Rainbow or some of those. And we were able to get our hands on some of that. So they're coming back out. But, I do love Amatola. That was one of my very first wrap conversions. Capitan Weft. Snowflame was another one of mine. That was my first wrap conversion purchase. I bought from a friend on the buy-sell trade. And I love that one. Let's see. Jennifer Ramirez asks, with full hand wovens available now, which we do have some brands. Oh yeah, Sapphire Elephants. That was a good one, Jen. Love that blue. With full hand wovens available now, can we expect to see more full fancies from different weavers? The answer is yes. But again, like I said, it can be difficult with testing and with different fibers and different weave structures, that type of thing. So we are a little bit limited on what we can offer in fulls. But right now we've been stocking 2 different brands in the full wrap conversion fancies, Stewed Rhubarb and Arizo. Which many of you may have noticed. We do have a couple others in line that will be coming soon. So that's, I'm pretty excited about that. I think you all will be excited as well when they hit the shelves, so to speak. Let's see, I think that's about all I'm seeing. Let me see. Oh, Larissa asked again, what do we do with the leftovers? And we've talked about maybe trying to sell those and scrap packs or something. And we've actually just kind of been saving them. We have a couple, like I mentioned, we have a couple projects in mind. But what I wouldn't give to go to Poland and just like take a look at those boxes, I know you guys understand. Let's see. Oh, Tracy asked, will we see more Harry Potter? Okay, I know Spellbound is very popular. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I get it. I've seen a lot of people commenting like, why don't you just buy tons of wrap and make a ton of it? Well, that's really not an option. It'd be different if it was a printed material, but a woven wrap, that's just not an option for us. But I am excited to say that we have ordered some more fabric from DBG Baby, the maker of Spellbound. So I'm not going to say what, but some more fun, geeky stuff is on the way. Some of it's already arrived in Poland, so we should be seeing it soon. Heather says like Friday soon. I think that you're talking about the fulls, perhaps. Not Friday soon with some of those other brands, but eventually, yes, they're in the works. Hi Diamond, a quilted carrier. That would be fun and warm. I guess depending on where you were, the popularity of a quilted carrier could vary, but Jen asked if I've ever been. No, I've never been to Poland. I'd love to go. Ula, are you listening? Yeah. I would really love to go to Poland and check it out. I mean, I communicate every morning with our team in Poland about production and stockings and things like that. So, I've gotten pretty close with them, and they're really wonderful to work with, the whole team over there. And I have met some of them in San Diego, but not in Poland. So I'd love to go to Poland. Hint, hint. Let's see, more Spellbound. Yes, 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 yay. Let's see, how do we decide what to stock? It's pretty much what we have ready to go. You know, we don't have endless supplies of everything. You know, everything is pretty limited. And so when we get something in, you know, we'll stock it soon after. We don't wait too long. So let's see, what else? Oh, a couple things I want to touch on. So we've got, you know, the Black Friday wrap conversion stocking, 8 a.m. Pacific. And there is one in the EU. I don't know if many of you may or may not have seen. Anyone in the EU is you know, welcome to participate in that. And that one is at 11 a.m. GMT time on Friday. And then the US one is at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Friday. So maybe plan your Black Friday shopping around that. Let's see. I wanted to touch on, oh, one more thing. So if any of you aren't already subscribing to our emails, I would recommend it, because if, you know, there are any of you that maybe are looking at purchasing your very first wrap conversion, or maybe want to add a couple more to your collection, we do have some really exciting Cyber Week deals that I think that we're only announcing via email. So, you know, please be sure to sign up so you get those alerts. Let's see, my personal unicorn conversion. Oh, that's a good question, Florence. Gosh, I don't know. You know, I feel lucky enough that I've been in the Tula world for long enough that I think that most of my unicorns have come through. I've never owned a Mad Hatter Tula, which would be amazing. But you know, I have an Avery, a Miu Avery Tula, which I get to wear my Avery in, and that is very special to me. I'd say that's a unicorn. The other one I had for quite a long time, years, was the full Girasol vice versa cream diamond weft or diamond weave. That was one of my unicorns for a long time, and I could never afford it when it was there was only a few out there years and years ago, and on the buy sell trade it was always like above my budget. But you know, I was able to get one when Avery was about 6 months old, and it was a full standard, and we loved it. It was perfect. It fit like a glove. Let's see. Yeah, 3 to 4 hours, Jen. It does put it into perspective. I mean, the seamstresses from Poland, they spend a lot of time with your carrier, which, you know, they baby it. Everything's made by hand, which is, you know, really exciting, especially when we're talking about the fancy hand-woven wrap conversions that are also made by hand. You know, a lot of love goes into each wrap conversion, and you know, obviously they're very unique and special. Canvas free to grow, I can't really answer that. That's not really my, you know, there's always, you know, we're Tula. There's always going to be some new fun prints coming out. I just can't really say, you know, really say when or anything like that. Kira asks, how do we pick which designs, and can anyone submit a design? So we don't take some design submissions. You know, some wrap companies may do that. You know, we're always open to ideas though about what you want to see, whether it be ring slings, wrap conversions, blankets. You know, we always love reading what our customers and our fans have to say, and we really do take that into account with our designs. I've actually been thinking about doing a blanket chat and talking about, you know, the processes with that and that kind of thing. So maybe that's up next. Not right after this. I have to go make a casserole, but you know. Okay, so I think that I've pretty much touched on a lot of stuff. Like I mentioned, I'm going to add some of the links in the comments for, you know, introduction to wrap conversions if you're new to it. You know, what makes a wrap conversion special, the anatomy of a wrap conversion. We've recently put out several blog posts. So I think that's about it for now. So please be sure to follow us on Facebook and sign up with the email, because I'm telling you, you won't want to miss the Cyber Monday sales. I know Black Friday and the fancies are really exciting, but Cyber Monday is also very exciting. So you guys don't want to miss that. All right, guys, thanks for your time, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.